What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. And be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a small block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. At 9 o'clock, we have Fed Bar speaking. At 12 o'clock, we have the 3-year note auction. And finally, at 8 o'clock, we have the presidential debate. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a range day. Now, we did start off as a trending market at the opening of the session, but as the session went on, we traded in a big giant range. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 3 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq had a 15-point gap open and traded 334 points to the upside. However, once price retested the break of structure from Friday's session, the bears sold the retest and price traded 223 points to the downside, but failing to fill the gap that was created at the opening of the session. And from this failure, the bulls took control and price traded higher going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So today was just another day on the Nasdaq emotional roller coaster train. And the Nasdaq humbled a lot of stubborn bears today, with me included. But if the bulls can hold overnight, then I'll be watching the retest when price trades within a range between 780 and 750. Because this is where we saw the break of structure to the downside during Friday's session, and I expect for passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell the retest. But if the bulls can push past this range and find support, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 805. But if the bears do step in overnight and we do see price trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 645. Because this is the level where the bulls found support towards the close of the session, and the bears would have to get underneath this level and use it as resistance to be able to sell price lower. And if the bears are successful, then I'll be watching the retest of a level at 565, because the bulls failing to hold this potential double bottom would result in more selling pressure from the bears, and we will see more room for downside. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P had an 11-point gap, trading 74 points to the upside. However, once price retested the break of structure from Friday's session, the bears stepped in, sold the retest, and price sold 36 points to the downside, but failing to fill that gap that was created at the open of the session. And from this failure, the bulls took control and traded price higher until the close of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So just like the NQ, we saw the market open with a gap and the bulls having full control of the market for the majority of the session. And if they maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 500 and 495. Because this range has been used as support and resistance in the past, and I expect for passive sell orders to be resting in this area to sell the retest. But if the bulls can break above this range and they find support, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 508. But if the bears do step up and price begins to sell lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 480 and 475. because this is where we saw the break of structure to the upside towards the end of the session. And I do expect for passive buy orders to be resting in this area to buy the retest. And if the bulls fail to defend this area, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 468. But I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And in summary, both markets had a gap open. Both markets had a massive short squeeze rally, retesting previous areas of resistance. And finally, both markets are in an uptrend. So shorting this market without confirmation could be dangerous. And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.